Hi, my name is Abriana, also known as Black Girl Writing, and today we got another vlog. So it is December the 12th, a Monday, and I want to give y'all a writing update or the plans that I have for this week as far as my writing will go. So I am still on a high, a writer's high from last night when I finished the chapter. It felt so good to be in that writing space. Like, I felt so complete. I absolutely loved it. If you hear a little rumble, one, my dog is growling, and then two, my cat is like eating under the desk. So if you hear extra stuff, I apologize. But I was in a really nice like writer's headspace last night. Like, I think I was up until like 12. Like, I could not sleep. I was just so giddy. I was like, oh, I just crushed that. So anyway, these are my plans. I want to start writing the first chapter of my second character's POV. In his exposition, you introduce him and all that other stuff. I'm gonna follow the same method that I did when setting up the scenes, because I used Abby Emmons, like, not scene cards, but it's like I don't have my paper with me, but it's like, you know, the structure of a scene. So the setup, the outcome, and then, the setup, the crux, like the crux of, the issue, and then the outcome of what's going to happen later. And I think similar to the third person's point of view, this chapter would be completely one scene where you're just getting all of his issues in one, his goals, what he wants to do, all that jazz. So that's the plan. I'm gonna stop plotting that later on tonight after dinner. I'm just chilling right now. I'm still technically at work. I think it's like, I don't got a watch on, but I think it's like 4:30. I just left the office, so like I'm really tired. Like, low-key, I don't want to do any more work, but I still kind of have to finish, because supervisor's job is never done. Still getting emails about shit. I was like, damn it, thought I solved that issue. Guess I didn't. But anyway, so yeah, those are the plans. I'm excited for that. I think writing his chapter would be a little bit more interesting because it's the character that I have that is dealing with substances to help control his impulses. Like, his fear is that he doesn't have control over himself, which he doesn't. He has an impulse control. Like, it's a mental health thing. Like, he has an impulse control disorder, and he's using substances to kind of help with that. I'm kind of describing how he uses the substances because he also sells the substances as well. So it's like he can't really use stuff he's selling because that's how he makes his bread, because he is a manifester, and manifestors have it very, very bad. I would say, socially they are outcasted. So they're not giving job opportunities, they're not giving affordable or, housing opportunities and stuff, all that jazz. So that's kind of what he's dealing with. So, I mean, he got to get it how he get it, which is, selling drugs to other manifestors who also have mental health symptoms, but they can't get the right help for it. So, anyway, that's how I'm, like, diving into that. Let's see, what else? What else? I think that's it. I think I can plot his whole, like, I think I can plot, and I think I can start writing his chapter tonight because I'm feeling that goddamn good. But I'm just gonna, whatever just flows, whatever just happens, that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, that is the plan for this week. It's just to get all of that's the plan of this week. It's just to get everything ready and all in order to write my second person's point of view chapter, his exposition, and then work my way down back to the prologue. And by the time I get to that character, I feel like I would have been in the world with each individual character for some time, so I can also know what this fourth person thinking about. He's not going to get introduced until like a little bit later, but still, I still think his point of view is very important. Even though the fourth character and my second main character, they're going to have more of an interaction, kind of like a what you say, like a teaming up of sorts. I think that's what I have in my mind. And then also just to help me with pacing and writing with 3 point of views and then that 4th character, I'm cracking back open Children of Blood and Bone just so I can read it and refresh myself, because I think Children of Vengeance and what the fuck is that 3rd book called? It's like Children of some shit. I don't know. It's really good. Anyway, I think that book is coming out next year, so I'm really excited for that. But I'm reading Tomi Adeyemi's books, so I can kind of get the pacing and the feel and all that stuff, and so I can split up my characters' voices, because that's something I really want to work on. I've been watching some videos with Abby Emmons about that. Also with story pacing and then plotting with 3 characters, how she plots with her multiple point of view, and I feel like me using that plotter, it's a right on. It's right on the money. So okay, that's it. I will update y'all later on in the video. So bye.
All right, hey you guys, it is Tuesday the 13th, right? Yeah, 12/13. Yeah, it is. And I'm just touching bases with y'all for what happened with my writing last night. So I'm in a little bit of a pickle, but I feel like if I talk to y'all about it, then I will low-key like just brainstorm it out for myself. I think I just might just be overthinking it, and it's a pretty simple solution. I mean, I'm still in the exposition, so I can only go up from here. So as you guys know, I started plotting the scene for my 2nd point of view's 1st chapter in the exposition before the inciting incident. I figured out the setup. I figured out the crux of the situation, but I'm just having trouble with the outcome. So the outcome, or the deal is this. So we know that this character is a manifester. You know that this character has impulse disorder. I think I'm gonna have him have I think it's conduct behavioral disorder. I gotta look a little bit more into it so I can do my research. I feel like I work with people like that so much. Wait a minute, do I? Maybe. Anyway, but I have to figure out which exact form of impulse control disorder he has. There's a lot apparently. I didn't know that, but there is. And so I have the start of the scene is him trying to quell the impulse. So he is using this substance that I called seed. I don't know. For me, I feel like I looked up random pictures online. I was like, cool looking plant seeds, and a weird ass picture came up. I'm pretty sure it's a fictional picture, but I'm going with it. So he's taking these drugs called seed. He sells them to this character, or he's employed by this character that I'm like dubbing the god right now. So that character he's a non-manifester. However, just like with my 1st point of view character, whose family member was associated just with being involved in the medical. My boss just called me, and that totally just distracted me from what I was talking about. But damn it. Anyway, fuck, what was I talking about? Damn it. I got distracted with work. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out his outcome. The man who has hired his name isn't Roz anymore. I changed the character, but my main character, he is similar to my other main character who has a family who has had association with being connected to, having bloodlines with people with magic. So everybody really is just shunned. It's like everybody, if they're not on the up and up and where my 3rd character is living, everybody pretty much else is kind of like just living in the gutter. It's an overpopulated city on the verge of collapse, right? And so I have this thing where, like, I'm calling them dog tags for now, but I really don't know what I want to call them just yet. But you know, manifestors or people with magic are kind of like treated like dogs. And so they have like this device that people call dog tags, and it's like, oh, are you on your leash? Because, you know, they consider them dogs, right? And so I have it set up where our second point of view main character, he is experiencing an urge from his magic to do bad things. What those bad things are, I don't know yet. I don't know if it's a destructive magic where it consumes all, or it just, I don't know. I gotta figure out exactly what his magic is. I thought I knew what I wanted before, but then I kind of like switched it up. But since it is a little bit impulse related, it's like the magic is telling him to do it. Like he has the urge to, I'll just say, destroy. I guess that's what I want to go to right now. But anyway, so he's quelling that urge right now. But he is using the substances he is supposed to be selling to make money. And he really doesn't use it, but what he does is kind of like, he kind of like just chews on it for a little bit, gets the taste of it in its mouth. He quells that urge and just spits it out. But it's like, he can't resell the drug or he can't resell the substance because I don't want to get demonetized or whatever. I don't know. I don't make money out here anyway, so it really don't matter. So he can't resell the drug because he has used it. And so I feel like it kind of looks, the picture that I have, it kind of looks like a weird ass like not Tootsie Pops, like Tootsie Roll sucker type of thing. Hard shell, but on the inside it's kind of like gooey and all that stuff. So what he does is when he feels the urge, he kind of just like sucks on it for a little bit, chews it, it calms him down, he spits it out. So in my head, he was given a supply that was supposed to last him a week and have him an earning of maybe like 1,000 something coin. I don't know what I want to call this money yet. I gotta go online and see, like, on my fantasy name generator, and just see like, hey, where am I calling this money? What am I calling this currency? Because I want to make it up fully and completely. Like, I want this world to be completely high fantasy, so I gotta make up my coin. And so he has run through his stash basically. He does not have enough money, but the turn-in date to his boss, the god, or whatever I want to call this guy right now. I gotta change his name. I was just calling him that for some reason. Would be that night. And I am thinking the crux, his crux was, am I gonna, tell him like, hey, I've been using your stuff, or am I not? Am I just not gonna show up and not give him my payment at all? Because he really didn't make much of anything because he was using the substances a lot. And I feel like his trigger point to make him use that, I fluctuated with, because I knew this character had a death in his family and it was going to be mom related. I didn't know if I wanted her to exist in the story and then kill her off, or already have her killed off. But that's what I'm going for. I'm already going to have her killed off, and I'm thinking that this is maybe like a memorial of her death or something that can trigger his impulse to kind of go awry even more. And I feel like that makes the most logical sense because I want this to be as real as possible. So I have that as my back burner. The only thing I don't know, which I think I'm solving by talking to you guys now, is what he's going to do next for his for the outcome. Like, is he just gonna leave, or is he gonna go and tell the guy like, hey, I used your stash, please don't beat my ass and stuff. And also the external, added to his external conflict, I wrote it down in my notebook, so I'm cool with this, but added to his external conflict is that not Roz, that's not his name anymore, but my second point of view character's dealer who he works with knows that his dog tag doesn't work and that he's an unregistered manifestor, and he kind of holds that above his head, because if he were to do something wrong, he can just go to the Ebon Eyes, which are like the police force in my world, kind of, sort of, and turn them in for a way better profit, because they're living in a shithole anyway, so he might as well make more bang for his buck. So yeah, so he kind of holds that over my second point of view character. So yeah, does that make sense? That's kind of where I'm at. I'm done with being in the facility. I was at 2 places. I'm currently waiting to get my nails done because I'm gonna go see a Christmas show on Friday. So I wanted to get my nails done. And anyway, so I'm waiting for this time to pass. I don't even know what fucking time it is. I think it's like 3:20. It's supposed to be at 2:30. I have my notebook here. So what I'm probably gonna do, I'm probably just gonna write and jot a whole bunch of shit, because I can't really listen to my phone and listen to music because I left my fucking headphones at home. So, but yeah, so that's where I am now. That's the whole situation with chapter 2. Like I said, everything was plotted out with bullet notes following that structure for the scenes. I just, I'm still trying to figure out the outcome of the scene. But I think by the time I leave here, I would have had everything I situated. And I think that's it. So hopefully I can start writing it tonight. It's a study night for me, so unfortunately it's a study night for me, and I have to do a Teams with one of my staff members to help her with some stuff. So hopefully I can just start writing it a little bit. I'm a little bit excited. I'm excited to write this chapter. It's a little bit challenging, but I'm feeling good. So that's my update for today. So I'll see y'all later. Hey guys, it's me. I'm giving y'all an update. It is Wednesday. Lies. And I just told myself what today was. It's Thursday the 15th. Yes, because I have a meeting in about an hour. So that's, yeah. So anyway, it's Thursday the 15th of December. There was no writing done yesterday. I had a work event after work, and then I kind of just stayed with my husband and all that stuff. It was fun. It was a nice needed break in between, but I didn't get to write. I know Tuesday I talked to you guys about my scene structures for my second point of view characters exposition, like how I'm setting up his chapters, how I'm introducing him. And I figured it out. I don't know why it took me until Thursday to figure it out, but I think me just not thinking about it at all yesterday, this morning, I think at, it's like 8:15 now, at like 7, I was just like up. I wasn't doing anything, just lying in my bed because I didn't want to get out of bed. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I think I just solved the issue to the question I just had. So I wrote it in this notebook, which is the kind of like the series Bible for it now. It's my notes and stuff are like all like over the place kind of. But side note, I'm transitioning this to a more official series Bible with like laminated paper and stuff. My colors for this book, I want them to be the color of the binder, which is like navy blue, light blue, and gold, yellowish. Those are like the colors I'm going for. So I got a binder that's like that, and my plan is once this novel is set in stone, then I can actually like print out all the stuff that I have in my PowerPoint, all the stuff that I have in my notes, make it a little bit more, a thing. So when I print it out, and then for the second book, I have resources that I can go to, because you guys know I have like a political system I'm making. I got a disease system that I have. So I'm just trying to make it all make sense. So all this note scrambling that I do in this one, and then my other like little journal notebook, the little purple one that I show you guys sometimes, I have notes in that for this story that I also have to put in there, that are also separate from my PowerPoint that I have to tweak. But anyway, that's a work in progress, but that's what I'm kind of doing like behind the scenes. It's kind of really fun. But anyway, I solved my dilemma when it comes to that second character, his point of view. So I'm gonna have his chapter in like I had the third person's chapter in. You just gotta kind of leaving it up in the air, like she told her lady in waiting what her issue was and what her concerns are, with her, with her lover and then her dad. And then she's like, well, are you going to talk to him? And she's like, no, there's this really weird rift between us, so I don't know if I should talk to him because he hasn't talked to me in like a week. Like, I think he like legit hates me. But I like leave it open like that because second chapter when you see her, she's going to talk to him and then more shit's going to come out. So you already know it's going to happen. So for this second main character, I'm just doing his exposition. His problem is he can't control his magic. That's his inner most internal conflict. Like, he can't trust himself, and he's scared of himself and scared what he can do. External conflict is the world. Because he is a manifestor, he's literally like always hunted down. And then the outcome of this chapter, I'm going to introduce you to his family, because that will make more sense in his second chapter of, why he does things he does. So for this character, at first I thought he and his uncle would have like a more tumultuous relationship, because I wanted that to affect his mental health in that way and explain how unhealthy parent dynamics can affect your mental health as an adult and as a child, really more so as a child, because you really have no say so in anything. But I also have been reading a study for my class about how the reversal is when the child is taking care of the adult, and how there is a resentment for him. And I was like, oh, that's definitely more interesting, and I feel like I can work with that. So the dynamics have been switched. So now my main character is the caretaker of his home. His uncle is a double leg amputee due to a disease called Lyme rot, which is like it's a disease that you get from being in like a dirty environment. It's like an infection, kind of eats the flesh. And so to save his uncle's life, they had to do like a W amputee to stop the infection. So his uncle is unable to work. His uncle is bedbound. He also has a little brother who can't really do much of anything. I think I have him like 9 or 10 in the story. Like, he goes to school. He gets babysat by a lady in their little district. I have it where the manifestors themselves are kind of like squatters or drifters, so they never really stay in one spot for a long time because they're always paranoid of being persecuted, especially the manifestors that aren't like registered, like the whole dog tag system that I have, that I'm calling it now. My main character is not a part of that. Like, he kind of got under the radar, and that's something that he has over his head with the man who is his drug dealer, because he knows, he's like, you're not a registered manifestor. I could turn you in, I can get some money, and then what's going to happen to you? Your uncle who can't get up in bed, and your little brother. So he kind of has that over his head. It's a really tricky situation, but I feel like if I introduce that family dynamic and I explain that more, for his second chapter, when he goes to, because he's gonna have to go and confront his boss because payment is due that day. He ain't making no money because he's using the product because he's trying to quell his own magic that he is having trouble to control. So I feel like doing it that way would be really more effective than what I was planning. So since I didn't write yesterday, my plan actually is to write today. I'm a little bit excited now that I'm able to like complete my thought process for this guy. I feel really good about it. So I have a meeting today at 9:30, and then I have another meeting today from like 4:30 to like 5, like 45 minutes away from my house. I was so mad. My boss was like, can you make it to this meeting? I'm like, I gotta go back out to the facility. Like, my days are from 9 to 2, and then after that I try to work from home. So you telling me I gotta stay out there and beat all that traffic? Oh my god. But once I do that, do my case notes, after I actually get done talking to y'all, because I really wanted to, get my shit together, I'm going to do my discussion for my school and all that stuff, so I can get that out the way. So then when I do my case notes for tonight, I can then transition into like writing for as long as I want and be happy. So I am excited. So yeah, so that's the progress that we made so far. My goal for this chapter by the end is to also knock out around 2,000 words. I feel like it'll definitely take me a couple of days, but there's no rush. I want to get all the dialogue and description out as I can, and then, I'll add more. Because I think I want to have the family also living like with this random guy, because they're squatters. They don't really have a permanent residence. Anybody kind of comes and goes. So I'm like, I need to put other people around him that he interacts with, because for this character, he really doesn't have friends. I would say he should have other manifestor friends. However, they might add some more conflict. I feel like, you know, I might do that in the end. He's gonna be around more manifestors when he joins this demented group, and now he's gonna have even more of a reason to join their group to be able to control his magic and kind of find a way out of his situation. But also, since he is like the local drug dealer to the other manifestors that the demented don't know about, it's like, yikes, conflict. So I think it's all coming together, right? See, we making this, we're doing this, y'all, we're doing this. So yeah, I think that's it. That's all I got. So I will see y'all later on in the week, updating y'all with anything new or what I finish and how I feel after. So, peace.
Hey you guys, it's me, Abriana. It's Saturday, and I wanted to give you guys a little update. As you can see, I'm not at my house. I'm at a hotel. I'm in Kentucky. The husband and I, we're in Kentucky. We're seeing the light show that's happening today. Something like that. He's currently out Christmas shopping for some folks, and I'm here in the apartment. I don't know why I want to keep saying fucking apartment. In the hotel. I'm supposed to be studying, right? But the problem is I can't get myself to do it. I just can't. And I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys because I'm frustrated. I've talked to my husband about it so he understands my frustration, and I sent my academic advisor a very nice, detailed email saying, I've had a heart-to-heart moment with myself, and I feel that my current path with my master's in science does not align with me, and I need to switch over to an MA in creative writing. And here's why. Okay, so you guys don't know, I've been in the master's program for about 2 months, right? Yeah. No, I'm fucking lying. Oh, hell no. I started that shit in August. I'm tripping. So August, September, October, November, December. Fucking 5 months. Oh, I'm tripping. I said 2 months. See? My ass don't even know. I don't be paying attention. But anyway, so I've been in this fucking program since August, right? And it took me these months to realize that this is not aligned with who I am. And I can no longer fake it till I make it. I've been faking it till I make it I've been faking it till I make it for as long as I can remember. That's been my motto all in school, right? In grade school and high school and all that shit to get to college. And then when I was able to like declare a major I was interested in, it was fine. I mean, I still faked it till I made it in some aspects of it, but I still got the degree. I still kind of had like my career, and all that stuff before like COVID hit, and I'm retired. But I got my college degree in a BFA, arts related, right? Always been an artistic, creative person, right? And it never dawned on me why I didn't think to go into my master's into creative writing. And I'm going to tell you why it didn't dawn on me. I was following my logical self. Logical self was like, you're currently in this work field. And I tend to be a person where I live in the moment, day to day, which is kind of, it's bad in the long run because I feel stuck. I get stuck very easily in the mundane, right? And so I thought, I'm in this career. You didn't go to school for this, so it'll be good that you got some education in this. If you get a higher education in this, then later on you can move up in the company, and then you can also later on demand more money because life is expensive. But if you have this degree, you'll be able to do a little bit more, right? So that's what I was thinking. Logically, everything all made sense. I wanted to be equipped and well prepared for what I thought I needed to be more equipped and well prepared in. As you guys know, I work in the mental health field, and I thought following the psychology path would help me understand mental health more rather than the mental health counseling, which for 2 hours I thought about switching my master's from my master's in psychology to my master's in mental health counseling, which would be 2 years and an internship and all that stuff. But that's what I thought because that's presently what I am doing now, right? But I just had to just like sit down and just talk to myself about it. I was just like, hey Brianna, you don't you never saw yourself ever doing this. It's never ever crossed. Yeah, this never once crossed my thinking that, you know, I would want to be like getting my master's in like psychology or like mental health. That's just never been an interest. Like, don't get me wrong, I love watching true crime and guessing all that shit and all that. Like, that's interesting as fuck. Those forensic psychologists, that's just interesting. However, as interesting as it is, it's never driven me, right? And I'm at a point where I faked it till I made it, and now I can't fake it no more. The grades, and more importantly, my mental health is fucking suffering. And I know working in the mental health field, you have to do things. Like, if you don't have a job that you like, you have to at least have a nice hobby. You have to have some form of escapism so you don't go fucking crazy, right? Because this world is crazy. You have to some type of fucking escapism. I would say my escapism is either, I wish it was drawing. I used to draw so much, and I was going to go to college for drawing, but that's beside the point. But I dropped that. My escapism is being in my creative world. It is writing, or it is playing my video game, or doing something creative in that aspect. That is what brings me joy, right? That is what makes me happy. Logical Abriana did not take that into consideration. Logical Abriana just thought, if I get this degree, I will follow these forward steps, and then I will get the outcome that I wanted. However, I'm at a point where I'm currently unhappy in my situation with my schooling. Like, if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't have jumped into this. But like, I felt like, you know, time is ticking. You just thought about this. You know, you got to get the ball rolling if you're going to do this. Like, you got to be proactive. You got to do this. There's one thing you can't say about me. I'm very proactive, but I'm proactive to the point where I'll throw myself in a situation and I'll be like, oh, fuck, I shouldn't have did that shit. Now I fucking regret it. And I just had to have a moment where I just like told myself, it's okay that you don't want to do this. You faked it till you made it, which is okay, but now you can't fake it till you make it anymore. This isn't your passion. This isn't driving you. You're not staying up until 11 and 12 because you want to, because you're like, oh, I got to get this done. I really want to, you know, succeed. Like, you're hungry for it. You're doing it because you're working slow and you're just staring at your computer crying half the damn time because you don't want to do this, but you're just like, you know, you can't get yourself to move forward with what I'm doing. Like, I'm supposed to be 2 pages deep into this 4-page paper that's due tomorrow. You want to know how many fucking pages I am down deep in this? Zilch. And every time I try to look at my computer, I try to think about my assignments. It's just so defeating. It's not driving me. I don't feel like I have a purpose with this. So I've decided to step back, and I know I have to step back. So I've decided to step back, talk to my academic advisor, and I talked about things not aligning. And at first, I was following my logical self. I did what I thought was right. It felt good in the moment. But being 5 months into this, it's not aligning. It doesn't feel good. And if I were to drop dead tomorrow, I would be pissed as hell that I wasted my time staying up crying, doing papers on quasi experiments. Like, I would be so fucking bad, right? And I feel like at the end of the day, you know, I'm not going to stay in my mental health career for forever. I know that. That's current. Well, I know that, but I don't feel it. I don't think it. Like, I say that, but like in my head, I'm like, Abriana, you're going to be in this bitch until you die. But I'm not, because I have to do things that fulfill and make me happy. And I'm a people person. Like, I feel like I'm a great people person. I love helping people to the extent I don't want it to be my job. Like, if I could just volunteer and help people and kind of still get paid and do that, I think I would do that more than having to be on the clock. Like, did you make your hours? Did you do this? Are they meeting their treatment plans? Have you had any success stories? And I'm just like, oh, fuck, I don't know. So, yeah, like, my heart thought, well, my head was trying to go in the right place. My heart tried to convince me that my head was right. My head was wrong. My heart was right. This isn't for me. So now it leads me to the question now, you know, what is for me? What are the next steps, right? I feel like for me, and I know it's not necessarily like I don't necessarily need to do this. Like, I feel if push comes to shove, I feel like my mental health is more important than anything. And if I just have to fucking drop out of this altogether and I just like pay my dues, because hell, I got other student loans I gotta fucking pay, so shit. Still haven't paid off the one for my BFA, so just add that to the list. Come on, just add this master's to the list, I guess. It's really crazy. Like, when I tell you, when I'm up doing my research papers and doing those readings, all the way in the back of my head, I'm like, I would rather be doing a character design right now. I would rather be up looking at Pinterest trying to find the character that matches with this person. Or I would rather be reading a self-help book in creative writing to help further myself. That's something that it's interesting for me, but it also drives what I want to do. I want to be published. I want to write. And I think that's just really the nutshell, like just what it is. Like, this is what I want to do. And I wasn't taking that into consideration. I was like, I will write, it'll be my passion project. Cause like, you know, a lot of people do a lot of passion projects, things on the side. Who's to say my writing can still be my passion project, but I could also be getting my education in creative writing as well. I mean, it might be a little too much. I would say it might be a little too much just with the writing and trying to do the assignments with all that stuff. But I feel, because I've looked at my program and what it entails with its creative writing, for people who are interested in becoming published, they work on their novels in the courses. And I was like, I really like that. Like, you guys know, I'm working with the alpha reader now. I mean, I'm not working with her because I haven't written fucking anything, but I mean, what would it be like if I'm actually getting my education in writing and I'm actually working with staff and peers to help me finish my novel? Like, that shit would be beautiful. It would be crazy. And I would feel not a prisoner. Like, I think that's the best way I can say it. I feel kind of like a prisoner in the decision that I made to just jump into getting my master's in psychology. And now that I know that I can't fake it till I make it anymore. I can't fake staying up and looking at the computer and thinking that I'm retaining the information when it's just going right past me. I just can't fake it anymore. And I've given myself the permission to step back, to reassess my situation, and to change if need be. And I talked to my husband about it too. Like, I was frustrated with myself, but he was like, you know, why? Like, you know, at the end of the day, this is what you enjoy doing. This, like, you enjoy writing, you enjoy doing this, and you're not doing that. You can't even do it in your free time, because your free time is spent doing, you know, studying for something else. And it's like, you're right, but it was like, I thought the sacrifice and what I was doing was gonna be worth it, and for me, it is not worth it. So I think I'm done. I'm off my little soapbox getting all my feelings out. Oh yeah, side note, no words were written this week. No words were written this week. No words were written. And you know what I feel bad? I feel bad that I haven't written my paper, but I feel even worse that I actually haven't written in my novel. Like, I feel worse for that. Like, that disgusted me. That disgusts me more than me not even having my paper done. And that's the crazy part. But that's the part where I have to realize, like, I have to just listen to myself. Like, you don't want to do this. You're trying to put yourself on a path that you're not supposed to be on, and you need to hop off of it. And it's not going to be the end of the world when I do hop off that train, because I'm going to. Because if I don't, I'm just going to drive myself insane. So, all right, that's it. I just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about my little frustrations that I was having. And yeah, so I would touch bases with y'all later on, probably most likely tomorrow, Sunday. We'll be back home Sunday. But yeah, like, I feel like I'm punishing myself. Like, I want to be out Christmas shopping with my husband right now for the family, but I'm like, no, you have to stay home, or you have to stay here and do this paper and at least get 2 pages done and all that stuff. And I've just been sitting here looking at it, trying to read it, and I'm just like, Abriana, you don't want to do this. And it's okay that you don't want to do this. It's okay. So, that's it. I'll touch bases with you all later. And, ooh, I almost dropped my fucking phone. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. See y'all in a little bit. Hey guys, I'm home. I'm in my glasses, in my house coat, in front of the fireplace. I'm currently starting to write chapter 2 for my second point of view character. Excuse my dog, she is a loud fucking drinker. But anyway, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I saw Avatar 2 and I absolutely loved it. I don't know, something about watching it just re-sparked my imagination and stuff. And then I just started diving into like James Cameron like interviews. And I know he's a director and he does screenplays. Like I think he has one thing where he talks about like writing. Like if you want to be this, just say you are that and then start doing it. And I was just like, man, this is just really good advice. Nala. You wanna say hi? Oh, there she is. Yeah, you know what? Don't you drink my wine, girl. That's my happy juice. So I'm gonna end this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Share if you care. And I will update y'all. Whoa, I just hit my face. I will update y'all next week with the progress that we have made with our first draft. Bye.